Hey guys, how you guys doing out there? I'm Vernell Adams, and this is my wife
Hey
Aisha.
guys.
We're Feeding Ground Ministries, and we are so excited to be back with you guys. We've been absent for a while, but we're back. It's been about a week or so, maybe more, but we're just happy to be with you guys. And so, what we'll be talking about, we'll be talking about marriages. Of course, you know we're very passionate about marriages, and we
Yes,
really
yes.
love bringing biblical perspective to marriages, especially in this culture and society we have today. There's so much going on. So, the question of the day is, what will we be talking about? What is it? Well, we'll be talking about imitation grass on the other side. You often hear people say the grass isn't greener on the other side, and of course, this is so true in so many areas. And so we'll be touching on a couple different things: relationships, jobs, the process to your purpose, and even things that are not yours or not God ordained, and how when you go after things that are not meant for you, how they can look appealing and have the pizzazz to it and make you feel like, oh, that's great. But you'll find there's no growth because they're artificial, they're phony, they have no room for growth, and they won't have no substance to add to your life.
And just like what the whole imitation comes along with, it can that can apply. You can apply it to relationships, and jobs, like you said. And for instance, in relationships, you're in a relationship with your spouse. And then things are not going well. You kind of going through a rough patch, and instead of communicating that to your spouse, you kind of looking on the outside like, okay, is this something better? And then you happen to see something and you think it's better because it looks appealing, and everything about it says it's appealing. However, you never know. You never know what the package. Something can be packaged really nice, but then when you open it, is terrible. And that can apply in relationships. It can be tempting, it can be appealing, and it looks great, and it looks like it's going to be good for you, when in fact it's not. And then, like my husband mentioned with jobs, the same with jobs. A lot of us are chasing these jobs that God has not ordained or set in place for us, and we find ourselves getting these jobs and working our fingers to death and just totally miserable. And you're miserable because God hasn't, this is not the job that God had for you. This is not the calling that God had for you. And then too, vice versa, we could be jobs where God has set in place for you. And he was like, okay, I want you to be still. I want you to be here at this moment, and not go for that job because that other job because it seems appealing, and God is telling you, okay, this is not the job, but everything in your mind's telling you, okay, it looks appealing, it pays more, it looks good, it offers this, it offers that, and then we end up jumping on that job, and then turn out that it's not everything that it cracked out to be. We're miserable. It's tearing our household apart. It's pulling us away from our family. And it's just a mess. So, I mean, this whole imitation and what seems to be greener on the other side isn't always great.
Yeah, and talking about relationships, there's a term that people always use, the 80-20 rule. I can guarantee you, looking at relationships, that 20% that you may go after and you may seek after is nothing compared to the 80% you have at home. And oftentimes I see so many couples fall into this trap where they have an issue within the marriage, or maybe they feel a void, or maybe they need to communicate with their spouse, and instead of communicate with them, they go venture out and they're seeking after things that are not meant for them, things that have no substance of value, and they go after this person, and they may look, like my wife said, they may be wrapped nicely, but when you unwrap them, you're like, this is a bunch of mess, a bunch of gunk, and you find that, oh wow, this is nothing, and by being imitation, it's just what it is. What you see is what you get.
It's phony.
There's no
fake.
substance, there's no depth, there's nothing to it.
And there's no growth. That's one thing we were talking about, is if you see artificial grass, it's just what it is. It's no growth. It's not going to produce anything. Yeah. And that's the same with the jobs and so forth. It's not going to produce any fruit, and it's not going to produce any happiness in the long run.
Yeah, and it's like, especially when it comes to relationships, or just envying other people, looking at other people and thinking about, oh, they got this, they have that, oh, I want that. But what God has for you, I guarantee you, is greater than you'll ever dream, hope, or imagine.
And it's fulfillment in that.
There's fulfillment in every aspect, and you'll have that joy and that joy more abundantly. So just stay tuned. We'll be talking about so much more. We really don't want to get too much in detail with it tonight, because if we get too much detail, we're going to spill all the beans, and we really want you guys to be fulfilled and fed. So
we're so excited about it, and yes. We're hitting at that 5-minute mark, and this is going to end up being our video. No, but guys, just listen, just look, definitely be looking out for this video. We're excited about it. We've been talking about it, and it's going to be different segments on it. So we're just looking forward to it, and just we're definitely using this as spiritual food for ourselves as well, and for our marriage. So we hope this is very helpful to someone, and just be looking out, guys. We're looking forward to it.
Oh yeah, guys. So we look forward to talking with you soon. Stay tuned. And as I always say, peace.